Hi everyone, I want to take you through a quick process on how to take a PDF file and edit the pages out so that you only push out a certain amount to your students. Sometimes we might find a great resource online, but it includes the teacher guide and then the student section all together in one large document, and we only want to push out certain pages. So in order to edit pages out, what you'll want to do is use Adobe Acrobat DC, located as a desktop icon on your actual computer. Now, mine's saved as a shortcut. If you don't see this as a shortcut on your desktop, if you'll go to the bottom left-hand corner to the Start menu, click on it and go under the A's to Adobe Acrobat DC and select it, not the reader, but DC, the black icon. Okay, so here's the document that I want to work with. It's 19 pages. It's got too many pages. I only want to push out a couple of pages at a time to my students. So in order to do that, what I need to do is go over to the right-hand side and find the Combine Files icon. It's generally purple or blue, depending on what you see it as being. So you click on Combine File, and since I already have it opened up, I want to add an open file. There it is. You can also add multiple files at the same time if you wanted to and combine them to make a bigger file. But essentially right now, I just want to reduce the number of pages. So you'll see they're all combined, and I need to spread them out. I need to see what I'm looking for exactly. So you want to click the Expand button, and this will be all the pages in that file. Now, if I'm unsure which ones, because the text is obviously really small, then there is a zoom feature where you can zoom in on each page to know exactly which ones you want to get rid of. And you can either do them by one at a time by clicking the trash button, or if you want to, you can hold down the control button on your keyboard, select multiple pages, and then you can go up right here to remove and remove multiple pages at a time. So I'm just going to go through here just so you can kind of see that I'm getting rid of some. And now I'm down to, 6 pages that I want. I'm all finished at this point. So what I can do from here is I can go straight up to Combine. Now, if you'll notice, there's a new title and a new document. This was my original back here behind there, so that is still untouched, which is great. Now I have this one called Binder. This is my revised one. So this is where I want to go to Save, and I want to rename my document so that I know this is my student version or whatever you need to call it. Pick the location you want it to go to and click Save. Now you have two versions of this file. You have the original file that has everything in it that it originally began with, or you now have the edited version, one that you could push out to students so they didn't have to see all pages at one time. Now that I have my student version, I want to put it into Google Classroom. So in order to do that, what I want to do is I'm going to go to my particular class, classwork, and create. I want to create an assignment. I want to title it, of course, just my sample. Then I want to go to Add. Then when I go to Add, I want to choose my file. And that was from my Downloads folder is where I put it, just so I can reference it really quickly. So I can see I have it selected. I click Open. I wait for the document to upload, and there it is. Now, in this one, what you can do is go ahead and make sure that you make a copy for each student so they have their own. And of course, attach any of your due dates, topics, point value, what have you. Now, one thing I also, and then push out the assign. One thing I will tell you too is once a PDF is inside of Classroom, when a student goes to open it, it will traditionally open with the black screen behind it, and you have a couple of options to choose from for your students to open and write on the PDF if you want them to write on it. You can go to Open With, and they can have either Kami or Doc Hub. Most of the students on our campus are familiar with working with both of them. I do not recommend they open it as a Google Doc unless you specifically know that it's going to open correctly, because a lot of times Google Docs will really mess up the formatting. So generally, the two different programs you want students to be able to manipulate and work with PDFs on is Doc Hub and Kami. Okay, all right, hope this helps, and I hope you have a great day.